Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be something completely different from my usual makeup tutorials and stuff like that. This is going to be a get to know me tag, and this kind of came about because I realized that I'd nearly been on YouTube and posted my first video about a month and a half ago, and I haven't really sat down and just chilled with you guys and really talked personal stuff with you guys, so you guys get to really know me better. And also just to give back in a way, because you all have really supported me through my journey, and I've been really appreciative of all that support. So I kind of just want to make us even tighter friends and tighter community, a family, if you will. So yeah, without further ado, let's sit back, grab some snacks, and let's get started. So let me just open some snacks and then I will start with some questions. So I'm gonna do the 25 questions now and then another 25 for the next video because I can't be bothered to do a makeup look this week. Is that a bad thing to say? But I really just kind of want to like a chill, relax week, and so I'm just gonna do a 2-part series. Hope everyone understands that. Sometimes you just need kind of like a week off. So anyways, first question. What is your name? So my name is Henry Nguyen, and that's spelled Nguyen for anyone who can't spell it. Second question is this: what does your name mean? Well, the name Henry comes from England, and it usually means a good ruler. Sometimes it could be translated as a king, a good king, or a great king, or something like that. But most of the time, it's always just in that realm of royalty. Question 3 is: where are you from? This is good. I bought Sour Patch Kids. Usually, like when I have lollies, I like to have them with well, not Maltesers, but I like to have chocolate and then something with sugar and sourness with it. So I was born in Australia, but my nationality is Vietnamese, and I am 1/8 Chinese on my dad's side. Question 4: where do you live? I live in a city called Adelaide. It's in the state South Australia in the country, Australia. Question 5, what do you do for a living? I just graduated, so in a way you could say I'm unemployed or in between jobs. So I am currently not working, unless you count YouTube as work, which I kind of do, so I'm kind of doing YouTube. So technically, I'm supposed to be freelancing. My field of work is in media arts, so that's cinematography, directing, editing, films, and stuff in the media world. But because I recently had surgery 6 months ago, and then I'm due back in for another surgery next month, I have been taking the time off to recover. So question 6, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is... it's green. Question 7, what is your star sign? My star sign is Leo. What is your favorite music genre? My favorite music genre usually crosses between like pop and R&B. I just like to listen to whatever that has a catchy beat and has really good lyrics. Who is your favorite musician? I don't know. My favorite all-time singer has always been Mariah Carey. I grew up listening to her and I just love all her music and the lyrics and the emotions that she puts into her songs. I do also love Whitney Houston, just a lot of the old-time classic divas. Recently, I've been loving a lot of Adele and Sam Smith. I know they sing a lot of breakup songs, but I'm actually my most happiest when I listen to sad songs. Is that weird? I kind of feel like it's refreshing listening to sad music, especially when you're feeling sad, because then you hear other people's words saying they're sad and singing about like stuff that is worse than what you're feeling, and it kind of just gives you like a pep talk in a way. You kind of feel lifted that you're not the only one suffering. It's just overall, I just love listening to soulful, classic diva voices. So question 10 is favorite food. My favorite food in the whole entire world. This could literally replace my whole diet. I could eat this every day without getting fat, without getting food poisoning. I could not ever get sick of it. And that food is sushi. I think like sushi kind of blew up in the past like 5-6 years or so, and back then it was kind of like seafood, raw fish and stuff like that. That was all like ugh. But now everyone's just like loving it and stuff. So I got into sushi back in like year 9, so that was 2010. So 7 years ago, I got into sushi. So before that, I was eating really unhealthily, and it mostly consists of Macca's. Every day after school, one of my friend and I, one of my best friends, and I would go to Macca's. We will get like 2 to 3 cheeseburgers each, 2 large fries, and a thick chocolate milkshake. And I don't know, I kind of remembered feeling very lethargic and really like unhealthy. I said to my best friend, I was just like, nah, we need to look for somewhere else to eat. And at that time, my sister introduced me to this sushi place that was down a stretch of road in Adelaide in the city that is not I can't say safe because it's a safe road, but not very sanitary to go down to actually get food to eat. And if a lot of LA people are watching, you know that I'm talking about Heine Street. Heine Street back then, even now it's actually gross, but back then was like, oh, horrific. During the day, never want to go down that road. So I found like their sister chain store somewhere else, and yeah, I was just like, why don't we go here and try out the sushi? And so we went there, ordered, had the sushi, and then just fell in love with it. And then by then, we were hooked. Every day after school, we would never go into a Macca's ever again. Well, I know I didn't. Don't know about her. She probably did. I never went into a Macca's again. It says favorite drink. So my favorite drink is H2O. Favorite snack. Ooh. So my favorite snack is like everything in the world. My favorite snacks in terms of chocolate has always been Ferrero Rochers. Ferrero Rochers. Whatever they're called. They're the hazelnut in the middle, the Nutella kind of cream on the outside, and then the wafer with the chocolate and the hazelnut. My mouth is just watering thinking about it. But my is coming in a second, close second. Favorite holiday. My favorite holiday, or part of my holiday, was when I was in Italy and I was in Milan studying overseas on an exchange, and we took a weekend off to go to Switzerland. So favorite pastime. My favorite pastime recently has been Netflix. But before Netflix, my favorite pastime has always been either browsing YouTube or, as you can tell from behind me, I like to read. And after I read a book, I, of course, like one of those first world people, I like to buy the book and then stick it behind me and then don't ever touch it or read it ever again. Actually, that's not really true because I do go back to a few of my favorite books. Question 15 is, what's your favorite sport? See, I don't have a favorite sport because I never played sports. But I do enjoy watching any sports that involves really good-looking men. Question 16. What is something you are talented at? I am very talented at speaking a lot and rambling a lot. If I'm with the right person, especially my friends, then I can always keep a conversation going. There's never like any awkward topics that I would steer away from. There's never any awkward silence because I'm just able to really bring up a conversation. I don't know, I never really thought about this. Can being a bitch be a talent? Because I feel like that is a pretty big feat to accomplish. So I wish I was talented in playing the piano and drawing and singing. Those are the 3 that I really wish I could really do. Question 18. Are you competitive? In a way, I am. It depends on what I'm passionate about. I more beat to my own rhythm, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm always in my own lane. I'm not really competing with anyone, and no one's competing with me. 19. Describe yourself in a single sentence. I would describe myself, if I was talking about myself in the third person, Henry is a kind-hearted, strong individual who has a unique outlook of the world. 20. What is the best compliment you have ever received? The biggest compliment I ever received, a previous teacher I had said to me that if I took up formal training, then she thinks that I will be able to really be something in theatre. And that was a big compliment for me because most of the time when it comes to really putting myself out there, yeah, I've always been very guarded of what I've done. So I don't really show people what I work on. Last year when I did theatre, that was like a class thing. That was also stepping out of my comfort zone, you know, acting in front of people, singing. It's not really singing if you're kind of like screaming in a group. But yeah, that was different for me, and just to hear her say that, that you could really go somewhere with that talent that you already have if you just, refined it. And this is someone here who believed in me and says that, I could really go somewhere with what I have. 21. What are some of your bad habits? Ugh. Falling for fuckboys? No, that's not a bad habit. And that doesn't actually happen. One of my bad habits is I'm really bad at keeping in touch with some of my friends. It really takes a lot of effort for me, personally, to contact someone and really find, like, a common ground for us to hang out. Most of the time, I'm just kind of always doing my own thing. There's only 2 people that I really, really would take the initiative to call, text, message, and be like, hey, do you want to hang out? Yeah, that's always been a bad thing for me, because then that leads to losing quite a few of my friends. But then, like, it's a two-way street. Another bad habit that I have is I don't push myself to exercise, which is really bad. I need to really get into it again, but once again, after surgery, I just don't have the energy for it. And so most of the time, I'm just like, ugh, can't be bothered doing anything. I lose motivation really quickly. But the good thing is I always have a good support system around me to really keep pushing me to continue, to get motivated and get inspiration to continue doing what I'm doing. Now, in 22, what are your favorite things about yourself? My favorite thing about myself is my personality. In real life is I feel like I'm a very genuine person. I'm very truthful in the way that if there's something that I don't like, or I have a different opinion to what you're saying, I will let you know, but not in a way where I'm just like, no, you're wrong, I'm right. I'll explain my reason why I think that way, and then you take it or you leave it. And like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to be your friend if you don't agree with me or anything like that. I'm open to ideas and different opinions and stuff, because being who I am, it really helped me to really open my eyes and be open-minded to things like this. My most favorite thing about myself is I'm a great listener. I will sit there with you for hours on end and I will listen to you bitch, whine, moan. Also, one of the things that I know that is my favorite thing is my openness towards change, to learning new things. Those qualities have really helped shape who I am today, and it's really have helped me learn and educate myself about the new changes that is in this world. Question 23. What is on top of your bucket list? And funny enough, I do have a bucket list. They aren't in any particular order. So what I put onto the top of my bucket list, this was bucket list that I had last year. Get into a great film school with a master's degree. I also said that I want to ride in a hot air balloon, ski in the snow somewhere, either Central Europe or somewhere in Canada. I do want to zip line and travel to New York City, explore Los Angeles. Yeah, and then what I put down as my third bucket list that I already done and really like accomplished is start a YouTube channel and actually post videos. So one of my long-term goals is to make enough money, buy a plot of land somewhere, I'm not sure where, but a sizable part of land, and build myself my dream house. That is something I always wanted, because, as a kid bouncing around from different homes and having a very dysfunctional family, it kind of led me to really want to have a stable home. Another long-term goal of mine, I want to make enough money to be able to pay off both my parents' mortgages. And another long-term goal. My last long-term goal is to just live life to the fullest and, live a humble life and not be selfish or self-centered. And hopefully by the end of your long, prosperous life, you reap the rewards. Question 25, the last question, is what are 3 short-term goals? So my 3 short-term goals, 1 is to buy a car. 2 is to get into a school for my master's degree. My last short-term goal is to travel the world, but I really do want to set, like, within the next 5 or 10 years, I do want to travel a little bit more and, really appreciate and embrace the wonder of the world, and also immerse myself into the culture. So yeah, those are my 3 short-term goals. Now this concludes the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please leave me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. Leave any comments down below on what kind of videos you want to see next week in terms of makeup, because I'll be going back to doing makeup next week. Also, watch out for a second part this week. If you want to follow all my social media, they are listed down below in the description box. So I hope I'll see you all next week. Bye!